Yeah. The month of April is Liars Club around the National Football League. Smoke screens. Everybody's doing this, and they're not doing that. They're hiding behind the smoke screens, going go do that. Let's just run down quickly some storylines here. Jim Harbaugh. Every time he talks, it's like he's preaching. It's like a tent revival. Jim Harbaugh has just finished up his first week of OTA workouts because new coaching staffs get to start a week ahead of everybody else to get acclimated to their rosters, etc. Jim Harbaugh says, if the top 4 picks are quarterbacks in the NFL, and we draft 5, it's like we have the number 1 pick. Tell everybody the Chargers have the number 1 pick because the quarterbacks will be off the board. They'll have their selection of anybody: wide receivers, offensive tackles, defensive linemen, whatever. So that's funny because Harbaugh is just preaching to the choir. Put the spotlight on the Chargers because the Chargers are going to have the number 1 pick because the quarterbacks will be gone. We'll have the pick of anybody else on the planet. He's amazing. This is the latest. Chicago obviously is locked in on Caleb Williams from USC. Washington is meeting for a second time with Drake May, North Carolina. New England has a meeting with Jaden Daniels from LSU. The thing that could flip everything is what's going to happen at Arizona, number 4. The rumor is they're going to trade out. The rumor is Minnesota's got 11 and 23, and the Vikings would trade 11 and 23 and maybe something else to get Arizona's 4th pick, and they would take J.J. McCarthy. So you'd have 4 quarterbacks gone right at the top of the board. Then the Chargers sit there, and they might have the, quote, number 1 pick overall, according to His Honor Harbaugh. But would they keep it? Would they take a wide receiver, and there's good ones? Would they take offensive tackles, the best that they need? Or would they trade back? Would other people try to jump in and take a wide receiver, let the Chargers go back a couple slots and still get one of the marquee guys? The New York Giants are at number 6. They could jump up. I don't know how they'd get into the quarterback derby because the Arizona pick might be going to Minnesota. I don't know how much the Giants have got capital-wise they could give to Arizona, except that Arizona would only go from 4 to 6 if they traded with the Giants, let the Giants get a quarterback, rather than trading down to 11 and 23 to get the Minnesota pick. So the Giants are in play. And the other storyline has to do with Michael Penix. He's hot. He's had good workouts. So you got Minnesota 11 if they don't trade, Denver 12, Raiders 13. Raiders don't have the assets to jump way up. So suddenly Michael Penix becomes the middle of a tug of war with maybe Minnesota, definitely Denver, and the Raiders. Fascinating. And I've had to sift through all this smoke and haze because the Liars Club is at full efficiency right now. Everybody's dropping hints and everybody's lying to the media.
Yeah, this is a great time of the year, right? Very entertaining. But, Harbaugh's line, his pitch, that's a good line. That's a good PR line because they will have the pick of whatever they want because they obviously don't need a quarterback. So that makes a lot of sense to me. When's the draft coming, Lee?
The end of April. I think it's April 27th, 28th, 29th, 3 days.
Yeah, so it's like 2.5 weeks or something like that?
So we'll be zeroing in when we get back in studio on Monday. We'll be zeroing in.